So one of the probably most basic combos in this particular deck is this 3-card, or more or less 2-card combo, because that's extra deck monster. Well, I guess very simple. You're gonna normal summon the tour guide, and then you're gonna special summon from the deck your Fiendish Rhino Warrior, and you're gonna go into rank 3 Xyz. Into Dante. Well, it depends if it's turn 1 or if you have a battle phase or not. If you don't have a battle phase, then please put it in defense. If you have a battle phase, put it in attack mode, because after you attacked with him, you can special summon the Divine Arsenal Zeus on top of him. But let's say it's first turn, gonna special summon Dante, then of course use its effects. You're gonna detach, that's important, you're gonna detach the Fiendish Rhino Warrior and to the graveyard, and then you have to select a number between 1 and 3, and you always pick 3 because you want as many cards in your grave as possible. So always choose the number 3. So you'd send the 3 top cards to your graveyard, and then the effect from Fiendish Rhino would activate. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send 1 Fiend type monster from your deck to the graveyard. And this is where you must be a little bit careful, because if you have already, through Dante's effect, one of these 2 in the grave, the Dark Spirit of Banishment or the Dark Spirit of Malice, if one of those 2 is already in the grave, you always want to send a level 8 Fiend type monster from your deck to the grave. It's important, it must be a level 8 Fiend type monster, because then the effect of the Dark Spirit of Banishment or of Malice triggers, and you can add one of those, or if both in the graveyard, you can add both of them back to your hand and start your very annoying combo. If you don't have these 2 in the grave, then first send one of those 2 via the Fiendish Rhino Warrior to the grave. Okay, so your graveyard has to be set up at the beginning most of the times with one of these 2 in the grave, or even both in the grave. And if they are already in the grave, then you can send your level 8 Fiend type monsters to the grave. So that's very basic combo. Okay, next thing. Let's say you have a hand that looks like that. This could be any level 8 Fiend type monster, doesn't matter. One of those spirits, 1 trade-in, and 1 Dark Spirits Mastery. This is Dark Spirits Mastery. So most of you probably gonna do now the most obvious thing: play trade-in and discard the level 8 monster, in this case level 8 Fiend type monster, but it would be not a wise decision. Absolutely not. You're gonna first, in that case, in that deck, you're gonna first activate Dark Spirits Mastery. You have to discard 1 card. You're gonna discard your Dark Spirit of Banishment, and then you can search to your hand any level 8 Fiend type monster, which would be then Dark Necrofear. Okay, so this would be on the starting hand. So I'm sorry, I was a bit up ahead. So this would be your starting hand. Okay, you're gonna activate Dark Spirits Mastery, discard that, add via Dark Spirits Mastery a 1 level 8 Fiend type monster to your hand, which is any one of level 8 Fiend type monster, and then you're gonna activate the trade-in, discard the, in that case, Cursed Necrofear to the grave, draw 2, and then because level 8 Fiend type monster was sent to the graveyard, you can add back to your hand your Dark Spirit of Banishment. So you played 3 cards, and via trade-in you drew 2 again. Okay, so you are again at 3 cards, and you have set up your graveyard, and I guess you know what I mean, just for explanations. So another option, I just want to give you some options or some situations you might encounter in your game. Let's say these 3 cards are in the graveyard: Dark Spirit of Malice, Dark Spirit of Banishment, and the Cursed Necrofear, and your hand looks like that: the Archfiend Empress and the Salamander Catalysator. So yeah, I guess most of you are familiar with the Catalysator from the Dark World deck. Well, it is the same reason here. If you have a situation like that, or similar like that, you're gonna activate Salamander Catalysator's effect. You're gonna discard the Archfiend Empress to the grave, and special summon the Catalysator in attack or defense, doesn't matter, just play it in defense. And because a level 8 field type monster, again, as always, this is your standard combo you always want to achieve somehow. Because a level 8 field type monster was sent to the graveyard, you can now add back to your hand the Dark Spirit of Malice and the Dark Spirit of Banishment. So now you have this in the defense, and these two are in the graveyard. Okay, so so much to that. Then it's your opponent's turn, or your opponent activates anything on that, any effect. Then you can chain the Dark Spirit of Malice, because it says if any effect is activated. A quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard and can special summon one level 8 fiend type monster from your graveyard, but its effects are negated. So then you're gonna special summon the Archfiend Empress, for example, you know, in attack or defense mode, whatever. And this goes to the grave. So here's the grave. And then why I picked the Archfiend Empress is very simple. Let's say he activates a Dark Hole or something like that. Okay, and all your monsters get destroyed. And the Archfiend Empress has its effects negated, yes, on field, but not in the grave. If it gets destroyed, you can special summon one level 6 or higher Dark Fiend type monster from your grave. So you're gonna special summon your cursed Necrofear. Exactly. And then, again, you have still this card in your hand. Then maybe your opponent attacks, you once attack that. You can chain the Dark Spirit of Banishment, also send it to the grave, and special summon the Archfiend Empress back. The attack would be located to this one. So if the attack is declared, and let's say you want to attack the Cursed Necrofear, then you can discard that and you can special summon one back, and the attack goes then to the monster you special summoned via this monster's effect. And if that gets destroyed again, you know, and you hit another high level fiend type monster in the grave, you can special summon this again. This is not supposed to turn this to special summon. This is very annoying. And also this card, if this gets destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon it back in the end phase. Genau. Exactly. Same thing, or not same thing, but another thing I want to add. With double hooking, why the hell would you play that? Yes. This can you get easily into rank 8 Xyz. So you're gonna activate double hooking, you have to discard one card, one more monster. What was it? One card or monster? Yeah, one card, yeah. You can discard one card. And then you can special summon up to 2 monsters from the graveyard. And yes, you can also special summon the monster you have discarded via that activation cost. Then you can special summon 2 level 8s. And of course, if any of these leaves the field or whatever, they all get destroyed. Yeah, I guess you know that. And then you can instantly go off into your rank 8 Xyz place, into Zombie Vampire or Dingirzu or Galaxy. No, that doesn't work. Into Galaxy Cypher Dragon or Draclubion, and then into Namaron Dragon or whatever. Yeah, that's because here. And of course, if you have those two again in the grave, if you have those two again in the grave, and you're gonna discard a level 8 monster, you can add these two back to your hand again. Alright, I guess you have the idea now. Okay, let's escalate a little bit. This is your field at the moment. You have those two again in the grave because they are very important. Then you have the Gemini Ablation on the field activate, and your Material Network or the Overlay Network, wherever it is called different in English, I don't know. And your hand looks like that. You have this could again any 2 level 8 fiend type monsters, doesn't matter. 1 Salamander Catalysator, 1 Tour Guide, and 1 Fiendish Marine Warrior. Okay, you're gonna normal summon the Tour Guide. Okay, then via the Tour Guide, not from the hand, but it's now in my hand because I have easier access to it. You're gonna special summon from the deck or from the hand, doesn't matter. 1 Fiendish Marine Warrior. So okay, then you're gonna go again into your rank 3 Xyz. That would be as before the Dante. You can now play it in attack mode if you want to. Yeah, then you're gonna activate Dante's effect, gonna detach the Arena Warrior, then send any 3 cards to the grave, doesn't matter, and then activate the Fiendish Uni Warrior and send 1 level 8 Fiend type monster from your deck to the grave. Let's say it's just this one. And if a level 8 Fiend type monster gets sent to the graveyard, then you can add back those 2 to your hand. So then your hand looks like this one. Then you're gonna activate the effect of Salamander Catalysator. You're gonna actually special summon, for example, this one, target that. Gonna special summon the Cursed Necrofear. Gonna discard that to the grave, you don't need it. Then you're gonna use the Material Network, the first effect, target 1 face-up monster you control. Summon 1 monster with the same level as special summon from your hand or graveyard in defense position, but its effects are negated. And if you do that, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except Xyz monster. Well, that doesn't matter anymore. We're gonna special summon the Cursed Necrofear from our... No, we don't do that. We're gonna special summon our Outfit Empress from our hand via the Overlay Network. Then we're gonna activate Gemini Ablation's effect. We can discard 1 card and then we can special summon from our deck a Gemini monster which immediately gains its effects. So we're gonna discard Dark Spirit of Melis, for example. And we're gonna special summon our Doom Shaman from the deck, and it also has its Gemini effect. Also because it was summoned via the Gemini Ablation. Then you can activate this effect again. Effect from the Doom Shaman. You can special summon once per turn. You can special summon 1 Fiend type monster from your hand or from either player's graveyard. So if your opponent has Fiend type monsters, when this card is removed from the field, destroy a Fiend type monster special summon with this effect. Yeah, but that doesn't matter at all. So we're gonna special summon our Cursed Necrofear from the grave. Then we're gonna do a Xyz summon via the monster that was special summoned from Doom Shaman and the, for example, the Cursed Necrofear into a Xyz rank 8. What I like to do then, well, it's totally up to you, but you could go into Zombie Vampire, but I wouldn't recommend that. I would always try to summon Zombie Vampire by using one of your opponent's monsters. Because if you take control of an opponent's monster, it is treated as level 8 if you summon this one. So I would either go for the Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon, because then you can steal opponent's monster, or if you want to OTK it, your opponent, you can go for number 97 Draclubion and then into number 100. Let's say we go into where is it? Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon with those 2. Gonna activate that effect. Gonna detach 1 to the grave. This effect won't trigger again because this is once per turn, just for information. Then we can take control of one of your opponent's monsters. And let's take this one and it becomes level 8. Then we're gonna do a Xyz summon with those 2. For example, because it's an opponent's monster and it is treated as level 8, we can also use it for the Zombie Vampire. Yes, that's also level 8 now for coincidence, but let's say it's level 4. Okay, so in the Zombie Vampire into defense, activate the effect of Zombie Vampire. Both of us send 4 cards to the grave, and then we can special summon another monster that was sent to the graveyard. Let's say we sent to the grave 1 Doom Shaman, okay? To the grave, then we of course want to special summon the Doom Shaman again. Because we have normal summon, we cannot normal summon this one again, but it doesn't matter. We can go now with those 2 into rank 6. Rank 6 Xyz. This would be the Jinzo Layered. And again, Jinzo Layered says you can detach 1 material from this card and then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Take control of the monster until the end phase, but its effects cannot be activated and it cannot attack. And if a face-up trap is on the field, which is with Gemini Ablation, you can tribute one monster on the field, and if you do that, destroy one card on the field. So you're gonna detach one, take control of your opponent's monster, then tribute that monster you took control of to destroy any card on the field. And of course, on Galaxy's SiCaTra, you can rank up on the Galaxy Eyes, whatever, Photon Dragon, detach a material, destroy a card, a face-up card, and then you're gonna rank up on that with the Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon. Again, detach a card and destroy any card on the field. So this would be then the end product of that play, for example. Then you've still got that on your hand. You can use that always at every main phase, permanent trap. So in his main phase, you can special summon again a Gemini monster, and if it's your turn again, you can special summon a Gemini monster again. So the most value you get out if you special summon the Doom Shaman in your opponent's main phase 2, and then special summon another Doom Shaman in your main phase 1. Then you have 2 of the Doom Shamans, and this effect is once per copy, so you can special summon one Fiend Type monster via that copy and via the other copy that is attached to Shinzo Layered right now. Okay, that's so much for that. And of course, now if you have the opportunity, because you have now a lot of Fiend Type monsters in the grave, if possible, that would be then the absolute overkill. You could special summon the Dark Necrofear, and then also the grave. Sorry, you can special summon the Dark Necrofear, and then one Curse Necrofear, because Dark Necrofear says you have to banish 3 Fiend Type monsters from the graveyard to special summon, and Curse Necrofear says you have to shuffle back 3 banished Fiend Type monsters back on the deck. You can special summon those 2 if you somehow able to do it. Special summon those 2 because that's all we can do. We have no more space. Then also overlay them again into the Draglubion. Activate Draglubion's effect. 1 space is left in the monster. Target those 2, the number 100 and the number 38, and special summon the Nameron Dragon. And yeah, that thing has immense a lot of ATK. Then gonna detach one, and he gains ATK times 1000 up to the combined ranks of all Xyz materials, Xyz monsters currently on the field. Yeah, and that would be 6000 from Shinzo Layered, 8000 from Draglubion, 3000 from Dante, another 9000 from the Cypher Blade Dragon, another 8000 from the Samurai Vampire, and 1000 from the Nameron Dragon. Yes, he calls it. So that would be 6. How many? 6, 9, 18, 26, 34, 35,000 ATK. Yes, and then your opponent plays Magic Cylinder. Anyway, you get the idea, I guess. So, and another thing, you may think, what the fuck did this thing even do in this deck? Why is that here? But that's a little bit of a very specific combo you're gonna try to achieve with that. You need these 2 cards for that. Yes, it gets more confusing. No, you need that, okay, on the field. Because that says, once per turn you can send back all face-up traps on the field back to the hand. Okay, so Dingirsu, yes, and the Call of the Haunted. So the thing is, you have at some game state you have successfully summoned Dingirsu, and then you ranked up on Dingirsu with number 84, and on number 84 with number 77, and you used number 84's effect, and you detached Dingirsu, and it's now in the grave, and that's like that. And of course the other 2 the other 2 level 8 monsters that were used for a Dingizu summon. So, okay. And then, because Dingizu says, if this card gets summoned, you can send 1 card on the field to the graveyard. Send, not destroy, not banish, whatever, and it does not target. So the thing is here, okay, that's in the grave. You activate Call of the Haunted, and special summon back Dingizu. Use its effect to send any card to the graveyard, either before the battle phase or after the battle phase, however you want it. And if you use this effect, you're gonna activate the Darkness Necrofear, add the Call of the Haunted back to your hand, Dingizu goes back to the grave, and then you immediately set that again. Then it's your opponent's turn. Activate Call of the Haunted again, special summon Dingizu, send 1 card he controls to the grave. Then in your turn, activate Darkness Necrofear effect, add that back to your hand, Dingizu goes to the grave, set it again. Then your opponent's turn, activate it, special summon Dingizu, send, activate effect, back to the hand, goes to the grave, set again, and so on and so on. So you have kind of a infinite choice, divine arsenal choice, but for a single target, not for all, and does not affect your cards, of course. So that's why Darkness Necrofear is in here. The last monster I want to talk about is the Tragedia. This is mostly in here to steal opponent's monsters or to get this card to level 8 by again discarding our level 8 fiend type monsters, while the Dark Spirit of Banishment or Dark Spirit of Malice is in the grave. So you're gonna discard and you can take control of opponent's monster that has the same level, or you can in the same turn you can make discard the level by targeting 1 card in the graveyard. So you can make it to level 3 if you want to go into Dante, or to level 8 if you're gonna want to go in your level 8 Xyz place, whatever you want to. This card can be very versatile, and if you take control of your opponent's monster, and you can have somehow the opportunity to have already level 8 monsters. Sorry, that was a bit fast. You take control of one of your opponent's monsters, doesn't matter, and after that, you're gonna change its level to level 8 via the monster you discarded. And then, of course, you control a monster of your opponent. That's, for example, yeah, I have this card right here. You can again go then into the zombie vampire, because if you use a monster your opponent controlled for its summon, it is treated as level 8. So you can go into a level 8 with these two, for example, because that's level 8, because we made it level 8 by targeting that thing. So you can go with those two into zombie vampire and then gonna mill. Exactly. Yeah. You have to play it. It's always a little bit hard to explain with these wildly constructed niche decks like this one. But I guess I helped you a little bit in your journey to find out how to play that until we get some real support for the Necrofear and the Bakuro cards. Anyway, enough talking for now. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.